Guys, I just want to make a quick follow-up video as far as business goes. Okay, so business. Why is rhythm reset important from a business aspect? Because it not only takes care of all of this stuff, but there's more. This is just my story. Okay, this is just my story. Imagine everybody else who has maybe a little bit of this. Oh, but then they got this big thing over here, plus this over here. And you can imagine how many different pathologies. There are probably thousands of quote unquote wrongly diagnosed or just diagnosed chronic pain in general that we give specific names to. But to me, it's just chronic pain. It's all stemming from the fact that we are not operating at 100% right now. We're actually, again, at around 30%. And getting on the journey, you're going to have this drastic uptick because who you think you are and how you operate now is it's just so disgusting how much we're leaving on the table. And that's going to be very evident the more you commit to the journey, because you're going to realize that you're not even at normality, right? And so if we're not at normality, it just begs the question that, of course, things are going to start to pop up. Uh, and so, again, when these quote unquote symptoms of the lack of rhythm reset start to pop up, we are so focused on just like symptom relief, right? Of just, playing damage control to the specific spikes in pain that, the client will feel instead of actually getting to the root. Okay. And so, again, once you tend the root, all of this stuff alleviates itself. And yeah, I mean, we can go through each one of these individually, and I can show you how rhythm reset is going to do that. But essentially, it's the tightening of fascia. It's the tightening of the fascial matrix, which is the in between stuff. And then again, it's the tightening of the actual organs, bones, skeletal muscle, ligaments, you know, all that stuff, right down to lymph nodes and all this stuff in the matrix, right? And so if that is all tight and everything's moving properly, then what you get is, again, the alleviation of most, if not all, of these issues here. And I say asthma, it's really like lung stuff. It's, because your lungs are going to come back online too, trust me. And so if you or anybody you know is having, the GI tract stuff, that's pretty common. Loose bowels with the old people, that's pretty common. Poor eyesight, I know a lot of people who wear glasses. Plantar fasciitis, again, all of these, like, everybody's had at least like once, at least one of these at one point in their life. And now just imagine being, as a professional, having the ability to now turn around and teach people a practice that not only builds sovereignty, right, and it's building up into that moment where they leave you as a professional, because that's what truth does. As soon as I give this to somebody, they don't need me anymore. That's essentially what's going to happen. And then, but the I don't need you anymore is actually like a beautiful moment because you gave them that moment, right? And so, again, here they are, they're on the journey. All this stuff is going to take care of itself, right? Chronic pain in and of itself, right, is an epidemic, right? Lasts for more than 3 months. Oh, I guarantee you there's plenty of people who have chronic pain. And the cause has literally been on the rise, okay, for decades. And it's getting worse. Okay, and as the body unravels itself and loses its foundation, and you become further away from the principles of rhythm reset, excuse me, you're going to get deeper into pain. That's just how that happens. And so, again, you reverse that, you get deeper into rhythm reset, you get further away from pain. And so the business complications or the business implications for this are multi-billion, like a B, okay? And I can't stress this to you enough, that not even a DPT or a surgeon has the answer. Not even the top echelon, right, of movement and surgery in America has the answer. They don't. They don't. Because I've seen horror stories even after people have gotten cut up during surgery where the pain is still there, or oh my god, the pain moved from the knee, now I have low back pain. Right now the doctor says I need a cage, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the third, and now they're frustrated and they don't know what else to do. That's because the system is failing them. And here you come with Rhythm Reset. Okay, you're going to capture a lion's share of the market. Okay, and essentially what I'm giving you is, this is a franchise opportunity. I'm already teaching this to other people. Okay, and the scalability of this is infinite until you touch everybody on planet Earth. You got 8 billion people on this planet. Even if you sold this at $5 a piece, you would literally still be able to free you and every person in your genetic line who came after you. That's how powerful this is. But you have to get in at the ground floor. You have to build this not just with me, but with the community. Okay, because there is going to be a point of no return where everything's already going to be hemmed up. I'm going to have all my lieutenants that I need, and together we're literally going to roll out a takeover, and it's literally going to pull the rug out from every practitioner, right? DPT, chiropractor, osteopathic, right? Orthopedic surgeons, orthopedic doctors, everybody who's teaching half truths. And here I come with this one thing. I'm just gonna be like, hey, look, just do this thing. And in 6 months to a year, they're gonna go back to their doctor and be like, look, I don't need you, and I think you're a crock of shit. Good day. And that's the power you're gonna literally give people, because as all of this decreases and alleviates, the gap of which is going to be filled in with wisdom. Okay, so that's the difference. That's what intuition is. It's just knowing the difference. And then once you know the difference between where you were and where you are and where you're going, then you're going to be like, oh my God, I can totally see why I had GI tract issues. I can totally, see why, my low back pain was just massacring me, because this was loose, this wasn't here, and oh my God, here's the support, here's the tightening of this, and yes, I see the change. Absolutely. And so again, the business implications for this, if you can hold on, it's going to be like a bull. If you can hold on, you're literally going to create generational wealth just from this. Okay? If you can hold on and get through the actual process and actually transform yourself, right? And prepare yourself to turn around and teach. If you can hold on and pass through all of that initiation, then the prosperity is yours, right? This is already a 5D and above. These light codes, like these are light codes from extremely higher dimensions, right? That when they're uptaken and put into practice here in the third dimension, the prosperity codes are already in line with that, right? You just have to know how to work it, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And so again, that's multi-billion dollars. Everybody's trying to get an appointment with your DPT, but imagine everybody trying to get the appointment with you now. And here you are doing God's work. That's powerful, right? And I'll leave you guys with this. Healthy John, yes, is absolutely on the way, like CashNet USA. Length, girth, stamina. That's every man's birthright. And I don't want to say too much, but every man has a specific form, a stance that he's going to embody when he's done with the program. And length, girth, stamina are on the way, like CashNet USA. John, I cannot stress that enough to you. And even Jane, decrease in menstrual cramps, an increase of ease of pregnancy, all of that stuff increases the more you get into Rhythm Reset. And it's every man's birthright to feel something beautiful swinging between his legs, man. Because there's so many men out there who are lacking in that self-esteem, lacking in that self-confidence. And what about as a professional, you're going to come up and be like, hey man, I know what's on the way. And I know it's going to bless you, right? And how beautiful is that going to be for you to just, give something to somebody, work with them for a couple months, and then turn around and get an email from them in a year. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you completely changed my life. I'm manifesting at a higher rate. I'm living my literally best life. And it's all because of you and Rhythm Reset, right? And that's what's going to happen. And overnight, nobody's going to, the trust in a doctor overnight, once they realize this, is going to just diminish. They're going to be stuffed back in this little corner where they're best utilized for, which is triage, ER stuff, you know? But again, it's your birthright, John, to experience that. And it's your birthright, John and Jane, to experience a full body integration where Rhythm Reset is at the pinnacle of your own well being. You have to trust me on this. Billions of dollars are at stake here, and this is your chance to get down on the ground floor of a franchise opportunity, which is going to not come around again. Let's just put it that way. And I will go out on the limb and say this is like Bitcoin, this is bigger than Bitcoin, this is bigger than Amazon. Okay? This is bigger than any one single person, but it needs people in order to become something.